Okay. Now, speaking of, I don't know if you do or do not have a gag order or potential gag order. Lomachenko Lomachenko said the judges were bribed. First, I got to ask you, were the judges bribed?
Well, that's reprehensible. Of course not.
I got
The
to ask you.
judges, the judges were high quality people, all of them. Now, did Julie Letterman uh, screw up on those scorecards? Yeah. But the one thing I'm sure about Julie Letterman is she wasn't bribed by anybody.
Mm, mm,
And and you know, and scores of 8-4, 9-3, maybe a little wide, but you know, I'm scoring and I'm neutral, and I had it 7-5 for Tiafimo. I had it 6-5 for Tiafimo going into the last round, and it was clear to me that he pulled out the last round after Lomachenko had won the immediate previous rounds. So I thought a good score would have been 7-5, but I certainly could see an 8-4 score. And the one thing I can attest to without any question is those judges are people of integrity.
mm. That's a great implication, Bob, that he's saying he's implicating Top Rank, he's implicating Nevada State Athletic Commission.
No, I
Or
don't
is
know. I didn't take it like that.
okay,
I
okay.
mean, I think he's disappointed. He shouldn't have said that. Now, if he said, I think the judges were not looking correctly at the fight, that the judges scored the fight wrong, well, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That people can differ on, you know, uh, judging a fight is in the eyes of the beholder.
Sure.
But to accuse these people who are, in essence, terrific people, honorable people, of doing something illegally
Mm-hmm.
is just absolute nonsense, and I condemn him for that.
Okay. It condemn. So is Loma like a sore loser, or is he, or is he's not used to being in a loser circle, or?
I think he's been exchanging calls with Deontay Wilder.
Oh, Bob, you don't you don't woke me up, Bob, with that one, because you in Wilder country. Hey, so so you think both Wilder and Loma are sore losers. Now let me ask you this: if that's the case, has there, because boxing was pretty much like a mafia type of sport that I've heard of. I wasn't watching boxing in the 60s and 70s. Will a investigation open up more than what we know in terms of the cheating that's going on in boxing, especially in Las Vegas, Nevada?
There is no cheating. Please stop taking your direction from the president, who'll say any friggin' thing without any facts, without any kind of basis, impugn the integrity of election officials. You know, and I know there wasn't any cheating in the election, but he keeps repeating it over and over again. We don't need the same crap in boxing, where you make allegations, there's no proof whatsoever, and suddenly, because it's repeated so often, it becomes an alternate fact. Please, we got to grow up in this country and start with boxing people being realistic. They may disagree with the judge's scorecard, but from what I see, in Nevada and in other states like Texas, there is no wrongdoing in the officiating of a fight. You may disagree with the way they see a fight, but there's no wrongdoing.
Okay. Now, Bob, Maloney, and I forget the gentleman that he fought. That was
Franco.
Franco. Thank you. Franco and Maloney. I saw you looking dead at Bob Bennett saying, what the hell is going on? I'm not calling that. I'm not sure. Some fans would say that's cheating. Some fans would say that it was the wrong decision. How would you classify that?
That, and again, it showed the fact that instant replay is not always able to correct the mistake. But don't we have that? You watch professional football?
Yes. Bob.
Sometimes they do the instant replay and it's clear the guy stepped out of bounds or didn't step out of bounds, and they do replay because the call on the field is different, and they don't confirm, but they say that the call stands. Now, again, if you're going to have replay and it shows that something that was called is not so, you should change it. But it's very, very hard to get them to overturn what the referee saw. The referee saw what he saw was an imagined headbutt, but on the other side of the face that couldn't have had any connection to the eye and the damage to the eye. But in any event, the WBA has announced an immediate rematch.
Sure.
And we hope to do that in the spring.
Okay, now I remember Oscar Rivas two summers ago got cheated, Bob, and I got interviews saying that Eddie Hearn didn't treat him too well over there with the gloves with Dillian White. So I can't say more. We got Margarito. You know, Cotto's career was never the same. And
again, Eddie may not have treated him right. Eddie may have insisted that he wear certain kind of gloves, but again, there's no cheating involved in that. With Margarito, the allegation was that, and it was, I think, demonstrated, and it wasn't with Cotto. It was when he was fighting Mosley.
No, but I'm saying, but Cotto's career was never the same. I wanted to finish that.
Well, I don't know about it, never the same, but it certainly affected him. And they found clearly what shouldn't have been in the glove, in the wrapping. And he paid the price for it. So there's no question about that. But again, that is different from the Oscar Rivas situation, where the question was, why was he forced to use a certain kind of glove and couldn't use another glove?
Sure.
That's different. That's different. That's not criminal. It may not be right, and Eddie may have been wrong, but Eddie didn't. There's no criminal conduct on Eddie's side because of that.
Okay. So just get confirmation. Wilder wasn't cheated. Loma wasn't cheated. They're just making excuses.
Well, how was Wilder cheated? I mean, Wilder made two allegations. One about the gloves, which is preposterous because it can't happen. The fighter didn't have control of the gloves. You can look at what's his name. Leifer has come out with this beautiful book of his photographs of boxing. You can see the gloves as they're being used. They're perfectly normal gloves. That was just BS. And secondly, when he accuses his own corner guy of putting stuff in his water to impede his ability to fight, you know how insane that is. Well, I mean, forget who Mark Breland is, that he wouldn't do something like that. If Mark Breland is working the corner, right?
Sure.
Why would he do that? Why? I mean, isn't it the Breland's benefit for Wilder to win? Why would he sabotage Wilder? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to what I know. I wasn't in that corner, but I did see the Fury team cover the camera with a towel. I did see Fury's gloves go backwards, and I did see a wound on Wilder's face that I've never seen before in boxing, because usually it becomes a hematoma. I've never seen like an indentation on a fighter's face.
All right. Let me just tell you something.
Okay.
These gloves were the gloves that the commission gave him. There was no screwing around with any gloves. They didn't have an opportunity to screw around. And if you look at the actual pictures of the fight, where the punches are being thrown, the blown up pictures, you see normal gloves. Normal gloves.
Okay.
So stop contributing to stuff that's really nonsense.
Okay.
You sound like a Trump guy who, saying that there's fraud in the election because dead people voted. And when they checked the dead people, they found out they were old people still living. Somebody's going to say that to me. Hey, Bob Arum voted, but he's dead. No, I'm 89, but I'm living.
Where's Fury's gloves? I'm curious. Where did he get to keep the gloves, or do the commission get them, or do you know?
I have no idea.
I've always wondered that.
No idea.
All right.
I have no idea.
Spence Cross.